This is another New Black World Order TV Productions. Chopper. What's happening? Brother
Peace, brother.
Neil Jackson.
Yes, sir. Peace, brother. Peace, family. How y'all doing today? It's a lovely day, beautiful day. I hope everybody is well.
All right. Today we want to talk about the missing black women. They
Yes, sir.
said number over 64,000.
Yes, sir.
And it could possibly be linked to human trafficking
Sex
and
trafficking.
organ trafficking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, brother, I brought you out to build with the people on this subject, and I know you got a lot to say. What's happening? Let's go in.
Well, brother, you know, it's like this. I was listening to the media today, yesterday, and they're trying to say now that the numbers of missing black and Latino women are not accurate, that we're making up numbers. But we have to remember, when Hillary Clinton was running for the presidency, she built her platform on the large number of missing women. Those were white women. But now that the women of color are being, well, this has been going on. I'm not going to say it's
for
just
a minute.
Many years.
Right.
Black children, black women, even black men over the years have come up missing, finding bodies without body part. Not too long ago we had the year has gotten past me, brother Kendrick Johnson. Right. Who was found rolled up in the mat
inside
in a high school.
In a high school. With newspaper stuffed in his
body.
cavity.
Family got his body back, organs missing. Emmett Till, when the mother finally got his body back, his organs were also missing. So this has been going on for a long time. Brothers and sisters, we don't want to really focus on the truth. The truth is, and this is not a racist teaching, we are superior people. Others know that, we don't know it. Our organs are valuable. Our organs are very productive in many ways. The black female can produce far greater children, can nurture children in ways that Caucasians cannot. This is why during slavery, the black woman breastfed the mistress baby. Our organs are very valuable, and our women and children are missing. Their organs are missing, they're being harvested, they're being sold on the black market, and the media is not covering this news. We have to take a stand. We have to start investigating. Why now are we beginning to see the number of missing women and children today, all because of, I don't have it with me, cell phone technology. This has been going on, but it seems to surprise us today because of technology. We have to understand that our lives have always been in danger, and we must band together. We have to organize. We must protect ourselves, protect our women, protect our children. I'm advising young women, black women, you go out at night, stop going alone. Don't walk alone. Don't go by yourself. Have someone with you. Sisters, have brothers with you. Brothers you can trust. Brothers you know, you're familiar with. We need to stop thinking that we're safe in America. We're not safe. Right. We're not safe.
Okay, so how important it is, because I noticed how you said brothers that you can trust.
Yes, sir.
When we can't really see who this enemy is, it could be anybody of any color.
It can be anybody, and as a matter of fact, it was a post on Facebook of a brother who was apprehended trying to kidnap a sister for sex trafficking. So some of us are devils too. We have assimilated. We now have the mind of the enemy. We have the mentality of the enemy. We don't love each other as we used to love one another. At one time there was a black community. We do not have a black community anymore. This is a word we use loosely because a black community is a knitted family. When I was growing up, as a matter of fact, anyone in the community, any adult could correct you or spank your behind, send you home to your mother, and you get a double whammy.
Right.
Now, if you correct a child, even verbally, you got to fight the mother, you got to fight the father, you got to fight the family. We are individuals now, we're not a collective body. But this human trafficking is very bad. And brother, it saddens me to think about how many black youth are now popping up missing in America. And my hatred is towards us in a way because it seems like we don't really care. Right. We have this is not my child mentality.
Until it hit home.
Until it hits home.
And because I remember, you know, like way back in 2010, we were, you know, you seen the video, we were searching for Ariana Peaches Davis.
Yes, sir.
And one of the reasons why the New Black World Order linked up with that family to search for them, because there was an article in the newspaper where blacks were condemning the Henrico Police Department.
Correct.
And I was trying to tell them, I said, look, the reason why you see the Henrico Police Department assisting white people, besides the fact that you could say it's racism and it's the good old buddy-buddy system, like 1,200 white people will show up to look for a missing white kid.
Exactly.
Which warrants the local government to respect that and assist them with that.
Correct.
So back then, we rented a 50-passenger bus to look for black people, because I said, until we look for our missing black people, nobody else will get the respect to do that.
No one would do it.
Until we do it ourselves.
Exactly.
But I noticed that when we did it, a lot of people didn't show up to help. They just wanted to criticize white people and say, white people are not looking.
Correct.
Just like we doing right now.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
The responsibility and the onus to look for our missing is on who?
It's on us.
All right, go in on it.
It falls in on us. Brothers and sisters, we call ourselves a family. We say it takes a village to raise a child. We talk about our blackness now. We're all conscious. We want to band together. But these, again, are just words we're spitting out of our mouth. Our actions are not backing up our words. We are the most self-hating people on the planet. Now we're battling each other. We've been doing it for a while, but because of social media, we can go in there. We're battling each other over our religious differences, where we live. We're fighting each other still over light skin, dark skin. This foolishness has to end. Your enemy only sees you as one person. Your enemy doesn't care how light or dark your complexion, how fine your hair is, and what financial or social status you come from. You are still to them a nigger, and you have to wake up to this fact that you are the only people who can save yourself. So we must organize, we must pull together, and we got to clean house first. So I put a post on my Facebook page. I said, brothers, I call out to the black men. If you see a devil, and I put in parentheses, be that devil black, white, or other, do not, and I said, do not call the police. Let us solve this problem ourselves. Let's fix it. Let's end it right now. We are, brother, banding together. We are patrolling. We are policing our communities. If we find such a one trying to harm a black or a black woman or a black child, we're going to fix this problem.
Exactly.
We're going to do as the scriptures tell us to do. Y'all talk about one aspect of the Bible. This minister talks about another aspect of the Bible. An eye for an eye. You'll find that in the scripture it tells you to protect your women and your children and your nation. This is a God-given right. So brother, black man, if you want to step across that line like a white man and act like a white man, then we will treat you like a white man, and your demise will quickly come, because we're tired of you taking the lives of our women and our children. And this is a minister talking. We're tired of it. Every time a black woman or a black child goes missing, it touches me in my heart, because I feel like I lost one of my own. Because they are one of my own.
They are.
When Trayvon Martin was murdered and George Zimmerman was found not guilty, a tear literally rolled down my eyes, because my son at the time was 17, my youngest. My son's name is Trayvon. I felt that deep in my heart. Man, this man is my son. If I hit a child in the face, I go straight to jail. This man put a gun to this young man's chest, 17 years of age, and fired a shot, and walked away that night, was not arrested.
And continued to taunt that family with constant reappearances on social media and the news.
Exactly, exactly. Even at one point tried to sell the gun. Brothers and sisters, we have to wake up. Right here in Norfolk, Virginia, we're in Virginia, right here in Norfolk, Virginia, they have a problem at right there where the ships are.
The shipyard.
The shipyard of human trafficking taking place. They're trying to ship these women out the country as sex slaves and whatever else. We don't know the torture.
So it has to be an immigration element involved in this.
Has to be.
But we gonna fight for the immigrants.
We want to fight for them.
But the immigrants might be shipping our people right out of here in containers.
And we have
Hababi and Hassan and the rest of them.
Exactly. Want to come over into America, put their businesses in our communities. Assalamu alaikum us. But at home, they treat us like animals. As a matter of fact, you can go into your corner stores that some of these Arabs run, and they talk to us in the most disrespectful manner, and they treat our black women like sluts and whores.
Right.
And we stand there and we laugh with them.
Right.
We laugh with them. We don't say anything. We don't even protect them.
Because of some people's doctrines, we think they are the destructive angels that came here to kill a white man.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yes, sir.
The whole time they here is to destroy our community and don't do nothing with that white man. Because those white men that are involved in the human trafficking,
yes, sir,
those foreigners are aiding and abetting them.
Yes, they are. And this is something we have to teach our brothers and sisters. Wake up to this. These people are not our friends. We think they are because they're melanated. Every melanated person is not your brother. Even your black melanated brothers and sisters. A lot of us are traitors to our own people, to our own race, to our own kind. Even in-house to our own biological families, we turn on one another. So it's time for us, black ministers, black leaders, black teachers, black individuals, period, to speak up and start teaching one another what's really going on in the world, that we can start loving ourselves again. Protecting ourselves, unifying, supporting ourselves, and become economically wealthy. Protect our youth. If you see anyone harming a black woman, a black child in your community, beat the hell out of them.
Right.
Don't stand there and watch and video and record it on your phone and put it on Facebook.
Right.
Or we should come after you if we find out where you are.
Right. Do a thorough investigation.
Thorough investigation.
Make sure that you are attacking the guilty person.
Thank you.
Not an innocent person.
Exactly.
Because we got two terrible things happening that's attached to this.
Yes, sir.
We have the act of children being molested,
correct,
and we have the act of men being accused of something that they didn't do.
Absolutely.
And both of these things are destroying our community.
That's right. That's
Can
right.
you speak to that?
You know, we've lost the power of discipline. We are people who always have disciplined our children. But now that discipline has become over into abuse. You know, you can't spank the child anymore. It's considered abuse. So we have to make the difference between what is abuse and what is discipline. And then, as you say about black men, there are a lot of black men that are being accused
by some bitter woman, or some family members that don't like the man, and they know that if they throw this charge on him, it would mess him up in the world, and his progress would be hindered.
And a lot of young black females in the home are being convinced to say, I have been touched.
Right.
I have been...
Simply because it's true that some of them are being touched.
Some of them are being
touched. But they're using that epidemic to direct it at men that have done absolutely nothing.
So I support what you said. We must do a thorough investigation. First, find out.
And if we find out that they are guilty, bust his head wide open to the meat show.
But with all the black men being incarcerated today, black women, please do not put a false charge against us. We go through enough hell as it is in America. We don't need the black woman standing with our enemy against us. We need to stand together. If there is such a case, as Brother Kingshaw just said, we would deal with it.
Right.
But we must make sure
that we are right.
That we are correct, that we are right.
Because the penalty of justice is for the guilty, not the innocent.
For the guilty, not the innocent. But again, it just saddens me the great number of black women that are missing, black youth that come up missing. Their body, when we find their bodies or their bodies are found, the organs have been taken out.
Because of the lucrative market.
It's a big market on this. It's a big market. Again, I'm not being racist. The black male, the black female are a superior being. We are the first on the planet. Because
our organs are mostly accepted by the bodies of other people.
Other people, exactly. We got to go back and study that one-drop theory that they don't want to talk about anymore.
That's why they want our organs. Because they go well in transplant.
Exactly. The old Japanese proverb, in order to be a samurai, you must have one drop of
samurai
black blood. Come on, brothers and sisters. Y'all got to understand that you are valuable people. Where do you think they get melanin from? You got pills now. You got liquids. You are the most rich and filled melanated people on the earth. Where do you think they get this from? Stem cell.
There we go.
When you do the stem cell investigation, you'll find that the first research was done on aborted black babies.
Right. On their fetal tissue.
Exactly.
And the afterbirth tissue.
Exactly. So now we find that large numbers of black babies are missing. Black babies are dying. As a matter of fact, prior to the 1970s, when black women had twins, they always told the black female that one was stillborn.
Right.
But they took that one.
And then come to find out years later,
that child had lived. But they took that one for their own experiment. Every time they take your blood, as I tell people, they take a sample of your blood, no matter what happens, you go in the hospital, they take your blood. They never come back and tell you what they found or where your blood went. Why are you taking my blood? Your blood goes to government laboratories.
Why are you taking the afterbirth?
Afterbirth, they take that as well. That's very valuable. Why do they take that, brothers and sisters? See, I'm a man who will be in August 55 years of age. I've lived and I've seen. And I can say to you that the Caucasian you see today is not the Caucasian I looked at yesterday. Yesterday, growing up, the Caucasian hair was straight down. Their bodies were straight. They had long torso, no hips, no buttocks.
Straight flat screen. Straight flat screen.
Now they're born with what? Curly, almost kinky hair. They're born with olive color complexion. They're
some
born
type
muscular.
of gene transfer that took place.
Yes, they're playing with your and my genes. That's why our people are missing, and they're putting this in themselves. They're injecting this into their women.
Botox.
Botox. Thank you, brother. And we are falling victim to trying to now follow their plan. That assimilation is how Rick James says, a hell of a drug.
Get out, just like the movie Get Out.
Get out, yes. Get out. When you see these movies, brothers and sisters, pay close attention. Our brother was trying to tell us something in the movie, or is trying to tell us something in that movie. Sometimes some of our comedians, such as Chris Rock and others, they're trying to talk to us in their comedy because they can't verbally say what they want to say.
Right.
But pay attention to what's around you, what's going on, what you see. You always get the messages. They're telling you something. But we have to take a stand, and we have to stand together as a people. So right here in Richmond, Virginia, I'm saying to all the brothers that I post on my Facebook page, we are the Spiritual United African Nation House of Worship. You don't have to join us in our so-called religious belief, but join us as one body in protecting our own, policing our communities, and watching over our children and our women. We can't go anywhere without them. Right. That's our life force right there. As the Nation of Islam says, I agree with it, you can't rise no higher. A nation can't rise no higher than this woman.
Right.
We need her.
Because the condition of the woman is an reflection of the mind state of the men.
Exactly, and your children are your future.
To a certain degree, because I know y'all gonna be like, oh hell no.
Yes, sir.
But,
yes, sir.
Yeah.
And also the children are our future, so we need to focus on our future.
Right.
Yes,
exactly.
Sir.
So, how can people contact you, brother? Again, where y'all located at?
We're located at 1618 Hull Street in the south side of Richmond. That's at the corner, near the corner of Hull Street and Coordin Avenue. We're right beside the Imani Holding Center, 1618 Hull Street. Our website is the SUACNation.weebly.com.
And what are the books that you have authored, brother?
The books I have authored is the first one is The Black Exodus, Returning the Black Man to God. The Blue-Eyed Beast, which dispels the Hamitic curse. For those who have heard of the Hamitic curse, that the prophet Noah cursed his son and he turned black. But the Bible actually tells a different story.
Okay.
And my latest book is The Condemnation, 2 words, the condemnation of the goddamn nigger. Our inner problem with ourselves, what we're doing to destroy ourselves, and what we must do to clean that up.
Okay, and they can get that from the website?
They can get that from the website as well.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, and what days do y'all hold service at the...
Right now we're meeting every Friday evening at 7 o'clock. On Fridays at 7 o'clock.
All right, and we appreciate you coming out
thank you,
and
brother.
sharing with us your wisdom and the amount of knowledge that you have on these certain subjects. Until next time, this has been another New Black World Order TV Productions.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
Peace and
Chopper.